Today we're pulling up on Yoder's Kitchen in Arthur, Illinois. This place was originally opened in 1994 with roots in traditional Amish dishes. Anna Hirschberger worked as a waitress there from 1994 until 2002 when she purchased the business. She still owns it to this day, and her two sons Darren and Derek help manage the business as well. In 2016 they expanded to include an extra 4,500 square feet as well as adding a carry-out counter and improving some of the original space. They also have a shop with products from the Amish markets and things they make themselves. Known for their traditional Amish home-style cooking, they're open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Enough yapping, let's get snacking. So I went for the breakfast buffet so I could try a bunch of stuff. My first plate was a smorgasbord of stuff, starting off with a dessert on accident. It was kind of like a raspberry and cream egg roll almost. It was pretty decent, but nothing crazy. Next, I went with some potatoes with some cheese sauce, and then after that I went with their biscuits and gravy, which was actually quite delicious. Probably my favorite savory item on their buffet. 8.5 out of 10 on that. Next up, I had these like French toast stick type things. I wasn't too sure what they were, but once I tasted them, I was like, oh, okay, these need some syrup. There we go. I completely spaced on there being apple butter on the table. I should have tried that on those. Of course, I got some bacon, some eggs, a frittata with ham, onions, and cheese. The frittata was actually pretty decent, much better than the plain eggs. Then I moved over to a sticky bun, and y'all, that shit is amazing. A 10 out of 10. You must try that if you go. Then to cap off the first plate, I went with a couple little pancakes. They were solid too, nothing too crazy though. Now we're gonna move into the second plate, which is just more biscuits and gravy, and then just desserts. Of course, I had to try their Amish donuts, a cinnamon roll, and another sticky bun, of course. The donuts were actually very good for just plain glazed, 8.3 out of 10. The cinnamon roll was tasty, but it could definitely use a touch more frosting for how thick the dough is. And you already know those sticky buns are outrageously good. The buffet cost me $14, and I'd give it a 7.8 out of 10. If you're in the area, go check them out. Follow along to see what Goose is grazing on next. Peace!